YouTube. This your boy Chosen. Chosen for Twos one more time. I come back to you and show you just a couple things I've done to Jenny since I've had her. I bought it in April of 22. Beautiful bike when I bought it. But when I bought it, it appeared that somebody had, let's say, Jimmy rigged quite a few things. They had put some screws down here and some screws over here, and it had chrome portions over here for the tank. Had chrome here. It was a little much, because here's the thing I like. I believe less is more, and you can have less and still have class. You can have class and still have custom. You can have class and still have power. I'm just going to show you a few things that I added to Jenny, and I'm going to show you some of the things I took off, so we can have everything out there. And there's more changes that's coming. All right, let's begin. Let's begin here. Let's begin with this tire, because it's the most noticeable thing that I've done on her, and it's what gets the most attention, because a lot of people don't see a Goldwing with a 21, a 23, or 26-inch front tires. They're rare because most people want to keep that comfort. But I found that I didn't want to rake her out in any way. And so I found that you can have that same look in a 21 and not have to mess up or inhibit your ride any. You don't have to rake it out, because I didn't want to get into any of that, but that was just a personal preference. They look good. 23s, 26s, they look good, but I love to ride. I love to be out there on that pounding that pavement, out there on the highway, the thoroughways, freeways, byways, highways. And so I put a 21-inch Delta Dark Side. Is what this wheel is called. It's called a Delta Dark Side. It has the chrome and with a black and chrome finish, or machined finish they call it. And this is what I took off of her. I took off the standard wheel, and I still have this one, and I'm going to hold on to this one because and on this one here, I have an Elite 4, a Dunlop Elite 4. Now, the only thing I had to do to make this 21 fit without having to rake it out is I had to take the back part of my fender off. And that in itself is all right, and it has just enough space to where it's comfortable. It doesn't inhibit anything. I don't have to worry about anything, but I did have to take the back part of my fender off in order to get that to work like I wanted to. But as you can tell, she turned out all right. Next thing I did, I cleaned it up, took all that chrome off of it, the little things that was put on. Try to make it, simplify it, make it a little bit more custom and classic. Secondly, the next obvious change was I went through several windshields before I settled on one. Initially, what I had on Jenny, it came with this, and this is the factory standard windshield for this Goldwing F6B, and I love this vent right here, because on a hot day, a warm day, you could open it up and you can get more breeze coming through your windshield. And so that's one thing I do miss about this windshield, but I wanted that look, and I needed that bevel. And so you see, I still kept this just in case I decide I want to go back in that direction. Then when I took that off, I wanted to look sporty, and so I bought this little 11-inch. This is a Quantum shield. I bought this thing in January, and I put it on. I rode to the MLK parade up in Elizabethtown, North Carolina. People, I almost froze to death, because this thing blocks no wind. Not only does it not block the wind, but it's a lot of buffering. I had my music turned all the way up, and I couldn't hear my music clearly, because it looks good. It's a beautiful, when I put it on there, it's a beautiful look, but it is not user-friendly. It is not user-friendly, and so I would that you understood, if you either gonna get one or two. You're either gonna get a really good look, or you're gonna get some comfort. And so if my granddaughter just running around, so you're either gonna get one or two. So you have to choose your battle. Choose what you want to do. You want to be comfortable, or you want to go stunting. Third windshield I put on, I don't have right now, but it was called a 7 Giroc. 7 Giroc. I tried to save a little money. People let's stop doing that. let's not pay twice. Go ahead and buy what you need, or buy what you want, or buy what your heart's desire from the jump, as opposed to having to go back and buy it again. But when I bought that 7G Rock is made almost like the Clockworks. I think it's a knockoff, but it did not have the defined bevel in the top of the shield that allows the wind to, that diverts the wind over your head and cuts off and blocks off and cut out all the buffering. And so that's what I did. I went and finally broke down, reached in the back and pulled out that wallet and bought the Clockwork shield. This is a 16-inch shield, and it's a tinted. I didn't want to get the dark smoke, because the dark smoke wouldn't offer me a lot of visibility at night. I'm over 50, baby. I'm over 55 actually, somewhere around 57, and the eyes ain't what they used to be at night or in the day. And so I opted to get the tinted because it still looks good and it's functional. It has everything I need. And then after I got it, I was looking for some way to kind of break it up and kind of modify it and make it my own, but I didn't quite make it my own, because as I was looking, I happened to notice that Ride Fit Nation Sensei, well, Gold Rush Nation, actually, when he bought his Goldwing, it's a part of his emblem, and he had these same wings on his emblem. And yeah, I borrowed that idea. So this is not an original. It's an original idea, not really, but this particular wing, Sensei found it first. And thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. So I went ahead and had those. I have actually an outstanding young man who works with me named Woodard. He has a business, Squatch Signs, and he does all this. He sets up at bike rallies, and so if you're in Myrtle Beach or and different places that are in North Carolina and maybe even South Carolina, look for Squatch Signs. He is outstanding and he's reasonable. Third thing I add on. Now here's the thing: if you're going to own a bike, you're going to have to start doing your own wrenching. You're going to have to start changing things out on your own. Or you're going to say, but if you had the money to just take it and drop it off, take it and drop it off. But I'm a working stiff, and so I have to take care of my own stuff. So I had to take things out. So if I have a mirror, I had a mirror to break, and I went back and I redid the mirror. But I broke the mirror in the process of changing out my headlight, changing out my signals. So this is the god-awful signal that comes in these bikes, and they are actually gaudy, and it really, I did not like the look of this big bright orange signal in this housing and a whole totally black bike. So I went, and again I paid twice. I went again and tried to upgrade it by getting me a tinted reasonable shield just to see what it looked like, or a signal light. I bought these here, and they look well in there because they were tinted out, they're blacked out, but they just look too cheap. And so I again had to reach down in the wallet, and I come up with one that has the signal as well. And so, and it still has the Auburn wing. I have this and the fog lights down on the bottom I put in at the same time, because when you turn your signal on, it also gives you a signal down on your fog light. So I think and actually I do want to go back and get a little bit more of that protection when I'm turning, so people see which way you're going. And yeah, I changed the signals out. Okay. The Kiriakin road pegs were already there. The footrests and the pegs were already here, and so that's one good thing that the last owner actually had already provided for me. And man, I'm glad, because I love that look, because it all matches. It's the highway pegs, the foot pegs, and the passenger rest. And the passenger rest as well has something where the passenger can lay back, sit back and lean back and actually rest to pick their foot up, so they're not stuck in one static position the entire time they're riding. And I love that. My rider, she rides sometime, but when I first bought it, they were afraid to take their foot off and put it up on the peg. And so we're finally comfortable with that process. The one thing that was not on here when I bought it, the one thing that was not on here was the heel toe shifter. The heel toe shifter I found Kiriakin as well, and it's a slip-on. It just hooks right into the top of your foot peg, and it slips over the existing gear shifter. And it's Kiriakin, it matches everything else. I love cohesiveness. I love to see it match, but I also want to keep just a little bit of chrome. And so there's some other chrome things I talked about earlier that the gentleman had put on before me, or lady, whoever had it. And one was that there's a chrome insert, or a chrome piece of facial trim around the gas cap, around the keyhole, and around both speakers. There's one little piece of chrome. I'll show you that as we're going around the bike in just a moment. Oh, I love Goldwing. I love to have the name showing, and so I have a Goldwing clutch and brake fluid reservoir caps. Both have black with silver Goldwing, as well as my handlebar ends are Goldwing tips on my ends to better show that cohesiveness with the wheel. I did find some, and they are billet, if you will, cap nuts to go over, cap covers to go over the bolts for the front axles, and so that kind of brings that cohesiveness, that black and that chrome in, because I did have a Ring of Fire, which I hate. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is, I won't say the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but they're just not my preference. And so it had a Ring of Fire on it when I bought it. That's the first thing I removed was this right here, because I just did not like it. It looks like the 1983 Goldwing, and even if I had an 83, I'd still take it off. Because I just do not like these, because I see people try to dress them up. They take these, they put lights inside, and to some people, like, again, back to preference, baby. If that's what you like, that's what you like. If you like it, I love it, baby. So ride your ride and dress her up like you will. But I just did not like it. But I did maintain or keep one thing, just to pull that chrome into that black again. I left the top part of this ring on and just left it there, and I think it actually matches a lot better than having the full wing on, baby. So that right there, I just could not get with. As well, when I bought it, it already had the chrome pipes on it. They were aftermarket pipes, and these are the standard tips that's on it, and you'll get a chance to see. I went around, and yes, I know how cliche it may be, but I found some billet, black and chrome Reinhardt tips, and added to the aftermarket. So they're not Reinhardt pipes, they're only Reinhardt tips. Yeah, that's faking the phone, but we're gonna do it. When I look at my cockpit, I went ahead and went back in that wallet and got the Cybercharger. The Cybercharger, outstanding investment. When I put my phone into the charger, switch my key to either ACC or switch it on, it automatically starts to, and sometimes they're a little finicky. Sometimes they won't pop right on. You have to cut it back off, put it up, push it back down. But you'll figure it out as you go. I saw a caption on YouTube. It was of two guys sitting, and one was tattered and worn, and it looked like life had treated him rough. And one guy asked the guy sitting beside him, asked him, how'd you get broke, and how'd you lose everything and get broke and be broke? And the caption was, he responds, motorcycles. If you have a bike, you're gonna spend money. If you don't want to spend money, don't buy a bike. But if you got a bike and you ride your bike and you love your bike and you want to make it the best you can, then you're gonna put some money into it. This right here is not a standard Goldwing tour pack. This is a medium tour pack for Harley Davidson. I bought the tour pack separate from the rack. I just bought the rack about a few weeks ago, a few months back, and I put the black rack on it because I wanted to black it out. So I bought this. It came with chrome handles and chrome brackets, and I went ahead and bought a black kit, and blacked that back out because I wanted a blacked out on the back. And then I ordered the curved backrest, because the curved backrest offers your passenger a little more comfort, a little more security. Those of you who are just riding, if you got riders with you or just riding, they're not that comfortable back here because they don't have any control, especially the contour of this seat that I have. It actually kind of slopes back a little, and so I had a small backrest on there. But I noticed if you want your rider to be comfortable, if you're going to be comfortable, make sure your rider is comfortable too. And so I put this on here and a curved backrest, and I wanted to make sure that I matched the seat, because I just put this seat on here in April. I had a standard seat. Outstanding guy that upholsters my seats was when I was upholstering them. Brandon Cribb, he works with me. That's a shout out to him. So if you need some work done, hit me in them comments and let me know what you got. We're in southeastern North Carolina. So if you need seat work, I have an outstanding gentleman by the name of Brandon Cribb, and Cribb's Upholstery, who does motorcycle seats. He can do them any way you want them, gel, the whole nine. And so he'd be more than willing, if you hit me in the comments if you need it, or DM me, let me know. I'll get up with him, or I give him your number, and he can contact you. Or we'll make sure the connection gets made. But he does seats well. But this one here is a road sofa. This is a Saddleman road sofa seat. I love this seat. I ordered at the same time because I wanted to go ahead and complete the look of the bike when I did it. And so I ordered that road sofa, and it is absolutely amazing. I love the high back rest, and it's actually adjustable. But I have a high back rest. It has a little pocket on the back, so when I don't want to, like this thing right here that I was looking for earlier, I forgot I put it there. It goes up under my kickstand. And I got this when I went and rode Tail the Dragon. If you haven't done it, Rite of Passage, go get it done. 318 curves in 11 miles. It is outstanding. It's exhilarating, but just be careful and know your limits. Don't test your angels. Let's put it that way. And so he gave his angels charge over you, but don't test them. Don't test them. So it's a road sofa seat. I love this seat, and I made sure it was cohesive along with the back, with the back, and then I carried it on around. So that's about mostly all the stuff that I've added, except for the two things that I've had. Now, this is Jenny. Jenny is named for my sister who passed of breast cancer. And I love her. I still love her. It's none of that I loved. No. I love her. She was a free spirit. She loved to ride. She loved to travel. And so I said, once I get this bike looking like I want her to look, I'm going to put Jenny's name. I'm going to name her Jenny. I'm going to put Jenny on here. So when I ride, Jenny rides. And so that's what I had. That's the last couple things I have for you on today to show you. And I gotta show you some advertising, baby, because we get ready to get it done. While out there on the highways, byways, freeways, thoroughways, when I pull up to the light, I want you to look over to the side and see Chosen for Twos, and go to it while you're riding down the road. No passengers, not the driver. Yeah, y'all know you're already on YouTube. If you're driving and you look over and you're already there, just go ahead and go to the site. But I'll show you that, and Woodard did that for me as well. I'm your boy, Chosen for Twos. This is Jenny. This has been my time. I'm going to let you go. If you like the video, like, subscribe. I'll see you out there on the highways, roadways, thoroughways, expressways. Peace.